Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede announced an increase in daily ration cash allowance for troops of the Nigerian Army from 1,500 naira to 3,000 naira effective from the end of March. Oluyede made the announcement on Wednesday while addressing officers and soldiers of the 81 Division of the Nigerian Army at the 9th Brigade Parade Ground in Ikeja, Lagos, during his duty tour of project sites within the division's area of responsibility. Expressing disappointment that troops were still receiving 1,500 naira as their daily feeding allowance, the Chief of Army Staff assured them of his commitment to improving their welfare. He also acknowledged the accommodation challenges facing 7 warrant officers, many of whom do not own homes to retire to. To address this issue, Oluyede revealed that the Nigerian Army has introduced a housing scheme to ensure retiring officers have a place to live after service. Oluyede further announced the introduction of a low-interest loan scheme for soldiers with a 3% increase rate. As for the loan scheme, it comes with just 3% increase rates. If you go to banks, the lowest rates you will find is around 25%. We have deliberately kept our rates low to make it accessible. More funds will be injected into the scheme, so if you have pressing financial needs, you are encouraged to apply, he explained. However, the Chief of Army Staff advised soldiers to borrow only when necessary. I would love to get your thoughts on this, please.
It's so surprising that at this dispensation, at this time in Nigeria, our soldiers are still receiving 1,500 naira. It's so disheartening. Probably that's why most of them are even angry with what is happening. You know, the rate of inflation in the country, it's really necessary that this comes up. You understand?
Yeah.
Because everything is now increasing. And imagine you're telling a man that you're feeding a man 1,500 naira every day. Even me, I eat almost 2,000 naira at just one meal, one square meal. Imagine a man is eating that for the entire day. It's really not good, personally, because it's not going to go anywhere. It's not even up to one square. You understand? Because if you say you want to go and buy bread now, let's say you want to buy bread, the minimum bread you see is 1,000 naira. So you're expecting him to eat bread the whole day. Okay, let's assume he wants to eat rice. To get even mama puts, to even buy mama puts now, the minimum you hold is 1,000 naira. And that's just one square meal. So imagine, it's not going to be helpful for them. So I feel this is a welcome idea from the military aspect.
Okay.
And this should be increased. It's very necessary. But the problem I'm having now is how sure this will be implemented. Because even from the NYSC side, they are yet to implement their 77,000 they promised the student community. So how are we sure this will even be implemented, or this is one of the stunts for extortion from the nation? Because they've been saying that they are paying these people, that's what they're telling the social media people that are paying I'm using NYSC because this is one at least I have first-hand information about, not about them. They've been telling these people they are going to pay, or they are paying. Yes, parents are feeling they are paying their children almost 77,000 naira, but yeah, they are still paying them 53,000 naira. So how are you sure this might be implemented? But I feel that it could be implemented because it's really necessary this is implemented, because if this is not implemented, it's not going to be safe for most people because inflation is happening every day. Inflation is happening every day. So it's really necessary this happens. That's my thought.
Okay, thank you on this, Chimini. Let's get to the part of the NYSC that you mentioned about the implementation still pending up till now.
Yes.
And we know that the federal government has come up to say, yes, do not worry, we have that in place to pay your allowance out to the 77,000 naira that we have promised, from 33,000 to 77,000. And you coming back to the military, that the Chief of Army Staff has said, oh, because of the economic situation, let's increase your daily allowance to from 1,500 to 3,000 naira, which you said is a welcome development because it is necessary due to inflation and all of that. But looking at it as it may be, do you think that is really a welcome development? Because like you said off cam, it's about 90,000 naira monthly for a military personnel that has family and children. That has children is part of the family. That has
Yes,
a family,
children and
yes, to
kids.
cater for. Is he spending that 1,500 naira for just himself? Is it supposed to be something that he will use for other needs? Really, we really don't get this right, because even at the time it was 1,005, we really know that it was nothing to write home
Yeah.
about. And then taking this to the certain amount right here, is this something that we should be applauding for, as the case may be?
Okay, personally, this particular 3,000 naira is not their salary. I think this is just for feeding. I think so. I think their salary still exists. This is like daily allowance, where in case they send them for troops.
This military personnel are civil servants, isn't it?
Sorry.
They are civils. They're federal government workers, and they are paid the minimum wage, isn't it? Or according to your hierarchy.
I don't think they are civil servants.
They are federal government workers,
Workers,
yes.
yes.
Not civil servants, I'm sorry.
Yes.
They're federal government servants.
Yes.
And they are also paid minimum wage according to your hierarchy.
Yes.
Yes,
obviously.
most of them are paid the 70,000 naira minimum wage, where some of them are paid due to your level of rank, isn't it? Unless I'm wrong, you may correct me, please.
I don't know. I don't have a first-hand information, but I believe that no military person is paid less than 100,000.
Okay.
I don't have a first-hand information. I stand to be corrected. But I still believe that no military person is paid less than 100,000.
Okay, so why do we get situations where most of them are on the road making most of this money to?
Those are
you know,
not military. Those are police.
You've not seen a uniformed military person on the road.
I have not seen
Okay.
personally, unless the ones that are escorts. But I have never seen a military person standing on the road, except the ones that are checkpoints. There are ones that are checkpoints where there is boundary between the next local government.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what
other
I'm
one.
saying. Yes.
Okay, those ones you're talking about.
Mm.
Okay, those ones, I really don't know, but I still have this belief that none of them is paid less than that.
100,
amount,
okay.
100K. And secondly, those people most times they don't even extort money from people. The people who you see that extort those money
Are
are
the
mostly
things-
police.
Okay.
Those military people, most times they might just be like just standing. Most times it's just people that wants to just willingly give them. But undisputable, some of them still extort money. You understand? But I feel people who still do that is the police. But the military, they are well disciplined. They are properly trained to ensure protection and not have secondary view on. When I mean secondary view on other things, whereby compromising crime. If there's supposed to be a search in this area, there should be a search in this area.
Okay.
That's one thing I like about it. They don't compromise. They know their job and they do their job. So I believe that personally, I believe this money is just for them to feed, and I think their salary still exists.
Okay.
So I feel-
So, in your thoughts, in essence, this is a welcome development,
Yes,
because
it's a welcome
yes, it's actually going to cover a whole lot due to the inflation rate of the country.
Yes, a lot.
Well, I will not say much because I do not have a first-hand information of most of this military pay, how their pay rates has actually been, and all of that. So, well, like you stated, let's hope that it's something that will be implemented and not like just saying words like the NYSC situation.
that the people are yet to see. You understand? Because they've been saying this NYSC since it's almost getting to 6 months now. They've been saying NYSC. When they did the last protest with the NLC, the Labour Congress, when the Labour Congress did their protest, that was when they promised they're going to increase everybody's salary. I don't know about the civil servants, but for the NYSC, they are yet, because I have this first-hand information. First-hand information, they are yet. I don't know about this month, but previous months it has always been 33,000.
Well, we just hope that something gets to be done
Yes.
about that, and not a means for getting other means of funds,
Yes.
like you stated.